Hello everyone, I'm Artemis and welcome to a Civilization 6 mod showcase. This video will be about the Great Explorers mod by JNR. This mod adds a new type of great person, the Great Explorers. They are focused mainly on gaining science, though some of them also have other abilities, like annexing tiles or gaining civics. First, we'll take a look at the changes to buildings, policies, and more that are added by the mod. The mod adds 3 new policies to the game. The first one, Capitulaciones, grants 2 Great Explorer points per turn, and it's unlocked in Naval Tradition, similar to other basic Great Person policies. The second policy, Freedom to Roam, grants +4 Great Explorer points per turn for every boardwalk if playing with the Maritime Seaside Sectors mod, Sanctuary, and cities with the National Park. The last policy is Taxonomy, which grants +2 Great Explorer points per turn for every university and +4 for every zoo and aquarium. Lighthouses, universities, zoos, Ferris wheels, and aquariums now always passively grant +1 Great Explorer point per turn. The following wonders now also grant Great Explorer points: Amundsen Scott Research Station, Biosphere, Casa de Contratación, Statue of Liberty, and Torre de Belém. Some great scientists whose abilities were moved to Great Explorers have been edited. Charles Darwin is now an explorer, though it remains its own ability, and Marie Curie was put in as a great scientist to replace him. She reveals uranium without the normal technology requirement and triggers a Eureka for 2 random technologies from the modern or atomic era. Galileo Galilei now triggers a Eureka for astronomy, and if already triggered, completes the tech. It also triggers a Eureka for scientific theory if on a world wonder from the Renaissance era or later. And lastly, Janaki Amal now triggers a Eureka for off-world mission and 1 random technology from the Information era. Finally, there is a new project, Launch Expedition, which provides gold and science while running and Great Explorer points once finished. It is done in the harbor, though if you have the more maritime seaside sectors mod, you need to do it in the waterfront. The mod adds 22 Great Explorers. All of them will eventually have their own Civilopedia page, though right now they are empty. Let's look at them one by one quickly. I won't be specific with numbers, and I will absolutely butcher name pronunciations, but bear with me. In the medieval era, we have 3 explorers. Ibn Battuta, which gives science and tourism for every copy of a luxury resource in possession. Topa Inca Yupanqui, which grants science for each ocean tile adjacent to him. And Vasco da Gama, which gives science and gold for adjacent coastlines. In the Renaissance era, there are 4. Bunkari, which gives science for its freestyle adjacent to him. Carl Linnaeus, which grants science for each wood style adjacent to him. John Kissel, which grants science for every floodplain tile in a city, and otherwise, if no floodplains are present, grants a settler unit. And finally, Sacagawea annexes a tile into their territory and gains science depending on the appeal of the tile. We have 4 more in the industrial era. Alexander von Humboldt gives science for every unique type of feature in the city, excluding natural wonders. Charles Darwin, which remains unchanged from the base game. Isabella Bird, which grants science for each adjacent volcano tile, volcanic soil, and gives all volcanoes in your empire +2 appeal to adjacent tiles. And finally, Piotr Kropotkin, who triggers the inspiration moment from 1 random civic from the modern era, or 2 if activated on a foreign continent. Also gains science for each adjacent tundra tile. 4 more explorers join us in the modern era. Candido Rodon gives science for each rainforest tile adjacent to him. Fridtjof Nansen permanently gives you 1 diplomatic favor per turn, and also +1 extra if the city completes certain conditions. 1 having 3 ocean tiles, 2 having at least 3 thunder tiles, and 3 having at least 3 snow tiles. If you have all 3 of them, you'll get +4 in total. Nelly Bly grants +1 era score from historic moments earned if that moment is usually worth 4 or more era score. And Roald Amundsen grants science from adjacent snow tiles. We have 3 explorers in the atomic era: Alfred Wegener, which grants science for each Zermatt fissure; Eva Dixon, which increases threat capacity by 1 if activated on a foreign continent, and gains science for each adjacent oasis and desert tile; and Bino Hour, which grants science for each marsh tile adjacent to him. And finally, in the information era, we have the last 4. Jacques Yves Cousteau, which grants science and culture for every sea feature in the city; Maria Klenova, which grants science for each adjacent ice tile; Tenzing Norgay, which grants science for each adjacent mountain tile; and finally, Rachel Carson. And Rachel Carson, which is only available if playing with the Sucritax Ocean mod, and grants science for each adjacent kelp tile. The mod includes support for compatibility with several other mods. The first one is Sucritax Oceans. Potato McWhiskey has an overview of the mod, which you can find linked in the description. Rachel Carson, one of the explorers, only works if this mod is installed, as she interacts with kelp, a feature added with this mod. The second mod with added compatibility is more maritime seaside sectors. You can find the showcase of this mod I made on the top right corner. With it, the waterfront district and all its buildings provide great explorer points, and the district project is moved from the harbor to the waterfront. Other compatible mods include Grand Eras from Project 60 and the District Expansion series. And do bear in mind that mods that modify the Great Person screen might not be compatible. And that is it for today. I hope you liked the showcase and thank you for watching. Thanks also to JNR for making the mod. See you next time.